What a girl, what a world, what a light. Oh, I married Joan. What a mind, love is blind, what a wife.
Joan Davis with Jim Backus in
I married Joan.
Goodbye, lover.
Oh, goodbye, dear.
Pretty.
You like them?
Hello? Oh, hello, George. Late? Late for what? No, George, I didn't have an appointment with you. No, George, I remember distinctly. Look, George. No, I always write those... One thing about me, I never... George, I'll bet you $1 million that I didn't have an appointment with... George, hold on a minute. Joan. Joni. Well?
You owe George $1 million. Well, anybody can forget a phone message.
Look, George, I'm sorry. Yes, you were right. Goodbye. Joan.
Well, what's so terrible about it? Just because a person forgets to give another person a phone message. I'm only human, I'm not a recording machine. Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Stevens?
Yes?
This is Mrs. Trotter.
Beg your pardon?
Trotter, Trotter.
Oh, Trotter. Like in horse racing.
Yes. Mrs. Stevens, we've never met, but your husband has been to my house for meetings of the Mayor's Welfare Committee.
And I was wondering if we couldn't get to know each other better.
Could you and your husband have dinner with us tonight?
Dinner? Why, yes, we'd love to, Mrs.
Trotter.
Like in, horse racing.
Yes, that's it.
Would 7:30 be all right, Mrs. Stevens?
Well, that'll be fine.
Good. Then we'll expect you at 7:30 tonight. Don't forget.
Oh, forget. Don't worry. We'll be there tonight for dinner at 7:30. Bye.
Goodbye.
Joan, the spaghetti is delicious.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, dear. 7:30.
Joan, what's the matter?
I don't know. I suddenly had the feeling that we were supposed to be somewhere. Isn't that silly? Oh, would you like some more, dear?
Well, honey, I'm already pretty...
Come on, have some more, darling.
Yeah, well, all right, honey. Just a little,
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
George was pretty angry with me this morning. For a while there, I thought I'd have to have him for dinner tonight. Joan, what are you doing?
Well, there's something you ought to know.
What?
You're too full.
Joan,
No, you ate too much.
Joan,
You're liable to burst.
Well, Joan, all right.
Besides, you've got to save some room for dinner.
Dinner? Well, I've already had it. Joan, I just had the silliest thought.
You did?
Yes, for a second there, I thought you'd forgotten an invitation we had for dinner tonight. Joan, tell me you didn't.
I didn't.
But you did.
I did. Oh, Brad, we've got to hurry, dear.
Where do we go?
What?
Yes, who invited us to dinner?
Well, it was the, who?
Yes, who?
Who? That's a very good question, Brad.
Joan, you mean you've forgotten who invited us to dinner?
Oh, don't be silly, lover. It was the, I've got it. Horses.
You mean horses invited us to dinner?
Doesn't sound right, does it?
Think back. Try and make a connection.
Well, I remember that it had something to do with horses. That part I remember very clearly, Brad. Do you know any people's names who has anything to do with horses?
Don't think so.
Fetlock? Bridle? Feed bag? Saddle? Horse face?
Wait a minute. Saddle. Could it have been Saddler?
Sadler? Hey, do you know somebody by the name of Sadler?
Yeah, Pete Sadler. I used to play bridge at his house, but that was a long time ago. Besides, I never really got to know him very well.
That's the one. I remember his wife saying something about not knowing each other very well. Well, come on, darling, let's go.
But, honey, no. It's...
All right, Pete. Dinner's ready.
Oh, good. Who in the world do you suppose that is?
I don't know, but whoever it is, get rid of him so we can eat.
I certainly will.
Well, here we are.
How do you do? Hiya, Pete. Stevens. Fred Stevens. No, Pete. Brad. Brad Stevens.
Oh, sure. Brad Stevens. How are you, Brad? You know, I've sort of forgotten.
Oh, sure. Oh, Pete, this is my wife, Joan.
How do you do, Miss Stevens? It's nice knowing you.
Well, just call me Joan, Pete. My, what a charming room.
Yes.
Brad, we were just about to sit down for dinner.
You see, dear, I told him if we didn't hurry, you'd start without us.
Pete and you. Oh, hello.
This is my wife, Polly, Joan, and Brad Stevens.
Well, how do you do?
How do you do?
Hello, Polly.
How do you do?
What I was trying to...
Pete, I hope you told the Stevens we were just about to have dinner.
Yes, dear, I did.
And not a moment too soon. We're just starved. Aren't we, Brad? Aren't we, Brad?
Oh, yes, we're starved.
We haven't had a thing to eat since dinner. Lunch.
Oh.
Nice. Something smells delicious, doesn't it, Brad?
It does? Oh, yes, it's delicious.
Thanks. Well, shall we have dinner? Pete, you bring them along with you.
Certainly, dear. Excuse me. Come right in here, please. Right in here. I certainly hope you folks like spaghetti.
Love it? Love it?
I think it would be much nicer to have our coffee in the room. I'll see a minute. Pete, dear, will you help me?
Oh, certainly. Just make yourself comfortable, folks.
Brad,
Yes?
how do you feel?
I don't feel a thing. I'm numb. Joan,
Huh?
I feel something.
What?
My stomach.
How do you feel?
Like a teeter-totter.
So does... Totter.
What?
Totter.
What about it?
I don't know. Somehow I feel it should mean something, too. Trotter. Lovebird.
Yes.
Do you know anybody by the name of Trotter?
Yes.
Do you want to divorce me now or after dinner?
After dinner. Oh, no.
Harriet, this is Mrs. Stevens. Of course.
How do you do?
Oh, hello, Harriet.
May I take your coat? I'm awfully sorry we're late, but we were unavoidably detained.
Yeah, detained.
That's quite all right, Mrs. Stevens.
You people must be starved. But don't worry about that. When Harriet cooks dinner, she makes enough for an army. I must warn you about one thing, though.
She gets very hurt if every last drop isn't eaten. We're not going to worry about that tonight. We're serving Harriet's specialty, pastrocini.
Oh, pastrocini.
The most delicious spaghetti you've ever eaten. Mrs. Stevens?
Judge Stevens, you sit over here.
Oh, thank you, Harriet.
I'll just get the garlic bread from the oven. And you folks start right in. And don't be bashful about the spaghetti. There's plenty of it.
Mrs. Stevens, you're a riot. Come on, some spaghetti now. We must have some spaghetti. Come on.
Oh, come on. The pasta there.
Dig in, folks. Dig in. Delicious, eh, Brad? Brad, what do you think of the view? Isn't it perfectly wonderful? It's so peaceful. We like to eat out here when we can. It's very, very good for the digestion and that's one real thing we like about the place.
My, that certainly was good.
Well, since you enjoyed it so much, there's some more.
Just some coffee. A little. All this wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been for your bad memory.
Honey, I haven't got a bad memory. I just can't remember things.
Lots of people can't remember things, but they realize it. And rather than forget important messages, they write them down.
All right, dear. I'll write all messages down. In fact, I'll put everything in writing.
Oh, that's my good girl. I know that you've learned. Bye. See you later.
Bye. Hello? Yes? This is Stevens. Oh, well, would you mind? I'd like to write the message down. Would you hold on till I get a pencil, please? Thank you. Don't go away. I'm looking for a pencil. Thank you. There we are. Now, I'm sorry. I have to find something to write it on. Hold on. There we are. Yes. Let her go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, Joan, I'm home.
Oh.
Say, that's nice.
And that isn't all. Look, I won't lie to you, dear. I'm trying to make up for all the trouble that I caused you last night.
Oh, now, honey, this isn't necessary. I'm sure that you've learned your lesson.
Well, I certainly did.
Of course you did. By the way, any messages for me today?
No, there wasn't. Say, how are things in... Well, what am I saying? Of course there was a message.
Oh, really? What was it?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Oh, Joan, after all that...
Darling, relax. I don't have to remember because I wrote it down, just like you told me to, on the inside of a book of matches.
Oh, good. Where's the book of matches?
Well, they're in the pocket of my old gardening jacket where I put it.
Oh, yes. Well, get the jacket, Joan, and we'll read the message.
All righty. Well, how silly of me. I can't get it.
Why not?
Well, there was a man around this afternoon buying some old clothes, and among the things I sold him my old gardening jacket. Wasn't that smart of me, Brad? Because with the money that I'm going to get for it, I found the most beautiful ties for you and the cutest sports shirt, honey. It's kind of red and white check, and it's got little white piping on it, and you're just going to love that. And you're... Why are you staring at me that way?
You mean the message is in the jacket which you sold?
Oh, Brad, sometimes I'll bet you're sorry that you married me.
No, I'm not sorry that I ever married you, dear. Look, let's just forget about the message. It probably wasn't important.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. Look, Joan, I know that the message wasn't important, but couldn't you just try and think what it was?
Wait a minute. A light just went on in my brain. I remember something like a Kurger, Lurger, Burger.
Oh, Joan. Joan, it couldn't be. It couldn't be, could it? Maybe the name that you're trying to think of is Pressburger.
Pressburger? Maybe. What if it was?
Well, what if it was? It might only be Philo P. Pressburger, that's all.
Philo P. Pressburger?
Yes.
Who is he?
Well, who is he? He's the oldest state Supreme Court justice, that's all. And they're saying that he's planning on retiring, and, well, it just so happens that old Pressburger is pretty fond of me.
Well, why shouldn't he be fond of you, darling? Because you're so handsome and intelligent and forgiving.
Oh, well, Joanie, that's very sweet of you. Joan, that is not the point. The point is that old Pressburger is going to have a lot to do with naming his successor.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, now, let's call up old Pants Pressburger, and thank him.
No, Joan. What if it wasn't Pressburger? What if it was somebody else?
Well, good. 2 recommendations are better than 1.
Oh, no. I can't make a fool of myself and call Judge Pressburger. Now, look, be a good girl and just try and remember the message, huh?
Oh, I just can't, Brad. I just can't. Isn't there something we can do?
Oh, no. Wait a minute. There is a possibility. Joan, lie down on that sofa.
Huh?
Yes, I'm going to try some psychiatry on you. Now, lie down and relax.
Oh, but Brad.
Oh, yes. Now, according to the psychiatrist, the subconscious mind never forgets anything, and we're going to try and get to yours. Here you are. Make yourself comfortable. That's it. Are you ready? Now, your mind is a blank.
My mind's a blank.
Book of matches appears.
Yes, I see it. I see it.
Good. There's something written on it.
Something is written on it.
What is it?
For a real treat, eat at Joe's Diner.
What's the use? No. Just forget it. Well, I won't be a state Supreme Court justice, that's all. So, who cares?
You do, and you know it.
You're darn right I do. Maybe I was going about it all wrong.
Maybe.
Maybe I haven't been giving your mind a chance to relax. Now, this time, dear, just close your eyes. That's it. Now, you're not here. You're in a park. It's a beautiful summer evening. The air is full of the scent of roses. The birds are singing softly. Full moon is overhead. You're happy. You're at peace with the world. What is the message?
Who cares? Kiss me.
Oh, Joan? Oh, honey, my whole career is at stake.
Sorry.
Well, there's just one more thing to try, and that's free association.
Free association?
Yeah, free association. Now, when I say something, you say whatever pops into your mind that you associate with it. You ready? All right, now let's try it. Message.
Writing.
Writing.
Book of matches.
Book of matches.
Light.
Light.
Flame.
Flame.
Love.
Love.
Kiss me.
Oh, honey, what's the use?
Wait a minute, Brad. There is something I do remember.
What?
The name of the man who bought the old clothes. See, we could drive down
What,
there.
and find your jacket among bundles and bundles of old clothes?
Well, honey, it's worth driving down for.
No, it's 5:30. They probably close at 6.
Well, where are you going?
Me, I'm going down to the Lawyers Club and snoop around and see whether Pressburger recommended me or not. See you later, lover.
I told you, lady, I close in 3 minutes, so you got just 3 minutes to find your jacket.
But that may not be enough time.
3 minutes.
But you don't understand. I want to buy the jacket. See, here's the money. There's $2 more than you gave me for it.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. The back door is closed, just the front door left.
But...
Tick, 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 tick. Time to close, lady. Lady. Oh. I guess she just gave up.
Joan, where have you been? I went down to the Lawyers Club. I couldn't find out anything. Oh, I see you've got the jacket. Was the book of matches in it? Joan, what happened to you?
Well, it's a long story, honey, but look, I got the book of matches.
Yes, well, sit down. Here, you're trembling. Here, let me have it. I can't read this.
Well, I don't know why not. It's perfectly clear. Brad's secretary called to tell you...
Is the message from Judge Pressburger?
To tell you not to have hamburger for dinner because Brad had it for lunch.
Oh,
What's so funny about it? What's with your wonderful memory? How come you didn't remember to tell me that your secretary called to tell me that?
Well, honey, I have...
All right, for a bad memory,
What?
dear, you'll have to lie on the couch.
No.
Yes, you'll have to apply a little psychiatry. Now, first, free association. Now, clear your mind, honey. Secretary.
A message.
Message.
A book of matches.
Book of matches.
Light.
Light.
Flame.
Flame.
Love.
Kiss me.
Seen in tonight's cast were Donald Brody, Gail Bonney, Edward Earl, Kay Wiley, and Frank Jaquette.